Divorce in Hollywood isn't just a breakup. It's often a financial earthquake that sends shockwaves through tabloids and bank accounts alike. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most eye-popping celebrity divorce settlements, starting from the relatively humble millions and climbing into the stratosphere of billion-dollar breakups. Hold on to your wallets, folks, because these are some splits that even a calculator would shudder at. Number 10. Kevin Costner and Cindy Silva. $80 million, 1994. Kevin Costner may have built his career on rugged, all-American roles, but his divorce from Cindy Silva was less Field of Dreams and more Field of Expensive Lawyers. After 16 years of marriage, Silva walked away with $80 million. Costner once said, "If you build it, they will come." And come she did, right for the wallet. He might have built an empire, but she took half of it home. Number 9. Madonna and Guy Richie. $92 million, 2008. When Madonna and Guy Richie parted ways after almost 8 years of marriage, it was like a scene out of Snatch, except this time, the loot was $92 million. For Richie, it was less like walking away from a heist and more like hitting the jackpot. As for Madonna, she didn't need to express herself much. Her bank account still had plenty of zeros left. After all, $92 million might sting a bit, but for the Queen of Pop, it's just a slightly expensive goodbye kiss. Number 8. Steven Spielberg and Amy Irving. $100 million, 1989. Steven Spielberg, the man behind some of the biggest blockbusters, got hit with a bombshell in his personal life. After his 4-year marriage to actress Amy Irving crumbled, so did $100 million of his fortune. The kicker? Their prenup was famously written on a napkin. That's right, folks. Spielberg learned the hard way that when it comes to prenups, you might want something more than diner stationery. This divorce was as epic as one of his movies, except there were no dinosaurs, just a T-Rex-sized settlement. Number 7. Tiger Woods and Ellen Nordegren. $100 to $110 million, 2010. The Tiger Woods scandal was the kind of drama you can't make up, unless you're writing for daytime soap operas. When his personal life unraveled on the public stage, so did his marriage to Ellen Nordegren. She left the marriage with somewhere between $100 and $110 million, and more peace of mind than you could put a price tag on. Tiger might have lost more than a few golf tournaments after this, but Ellen's settlement was nothing short of a hole-in-one. Talk about getting out of the rough. Number 6. Harrison Ford and Melissa Matheson. $118 million, 2004. Harrison Ford might have fought off stormtroopers and Nazis, but nothing could prepare him for the force of this settlement. When he and E.T. screenwriter Melissa Matheson called it quits after 20 years, she walked away with $118 million and a slice of his future earnings. Talk about a real divorce. Ford wasn't just handing over cash, he was giving away a cut of his future films. Now that's a plot twist worthy of Hollywood. Number 5. Neil Diamond and Marcia Murphy. $150 million, 1995. Sweet Caroline, Goodbye Caroline. Neil Diamond's divorce from his second wife, Marcia Murphy, cost him a cool $150 million. But in true rock star fashion, Diamond didn't let bitterness cloud his judgment. He famously said, "She's worth every penny." Now that's class. When you can say, "Thanks for the memories, here's half my fortune." Nothing says love on the rocks quite like that. Number 4. Michael Jordan and Juanita Vanoy. $168 million, 2006. Even the GOAT of basketball couldn't dribble around the costs of divorce. After 17 years of marriage, Michael Jordan and Juanita Vanoy reached a settlement worth $168 million. This isn't just any settlement, it's a full-court press of alimony. Juanita walked away with enough to buy her own basketball team, and Jordan? He still made it look like a casual slam dunk. Number 3. Mel Gibson and Robin Moore. $425 million, 2011. After 31 years of marriage, Mel Gibson's divorce from Robin Moore made headlines not just for its length, but for the jaw-dropping $425 million settlement. She walked away with half of his $850 million fortune. If there's ever been a case of what women want, it's half of everything. While Gibson's finances were cut in half, at least he had enough left to make another movie, though the title Apocalypto might feel a little too on the nose. Number 2. Rupert Murdoch and Anna Torv. $1.7 billion, 1999. Second on our list with a jaw-dropping $1.7 billion settlement is Rupert Murdoch's divorce from Anna Torv. Their 32-year marriage ended in what can only be described as a financial earthquake, and just 17 days later, Murdoch was remarried. You could say the ink on the settlement papers was barely dry before he was walking down the aisle again. Clearly, some people have a very short grieving period. With that kind of cash, it's easy to fall in love all over again. Number 1. Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott. $38 billion, 2019. When you're married to the former world's richest man, a divorce isn't just an ending. It's a rewrite of the financial landscape. Mackenzie Scott walked away with a cool $38 billion, becoming one of the richest women on the planet overnight. But here's the plot twist. She's also one of the most generous, donating billions to charity. While Bezos was busy flying to space, Mackenzie was here on Earth, rewriting the book on philanthropy. Because when life gives you billions, you give back.